Buttercup, welcome back to my channel. Today's tag is mid-year freak out tag. I realize that I'm a few weeks late, but better late than never, right? I'm gonna go with that. Also, before we jump in, there are some crows hanging outside and I have the windows open so the air flows and it can cool off the house, hopefully more so my office. But if you hear crows in the background, it's for special effect for this tag. Now, the first question: what's the best book you've read so far in 2023? This is all going to be 2023 so far, if you didn't catch that already. Okay, I'm just making sure. And the best book so far is Demon Copperhead, and y'all know that I love that book, so I don't even need to expand because I did like a whole book review on it that lasted quite some time, but I just had to ramble. I just had to talk about it. Number 2, best sequel you've read so far, and I'm gonna say Hellbent, which was like more 3.5 out of 5 stars, but I gave it 4 stars because I bumped it up because the characters were great and it's a vibe. That's really the only sequel I've read. I kind of am knee deep in a book series already, like I'm on the 5th book or the 6th book, or, you know, whatever it is. Not really the 2nd book. I've passed the sequels at this point, except Hellbent. Number 3, new releases you haven't read yet but you want to, and I'm gonna go with Murder in Williamstown by Carrie Greenwood, and that's because that book was released in Australia and the UK, but I'm not paying $40 for it. Yes, but they're releasing it to the US market in November, and I have that pre-ordered. I want it. That's what but I'm not enough to pay $40 for like a 200-page book. So we're gonna wait it out. Number 4, most anticipated new release for the second half of the year. I'm gonna go with the American Royals book 4 by Catherine McGee. It's actually a really good young adult alternative universe book series. I think this is the last book, or it's second to last. Either way, I'm really excited for it. I really don't read young adult anymore, but there are some young adult books that are actually really good, and they are targeted for young adult readers. Not like I'm young adult anymore. Though, if you talk to like someone 60 or over, I'm still considered young adult. So you know, the semantics, it's fine. But I started American Royals long time ago, and I just want to see through to the series ending. I don't know if it's this book or the next book, but I'm here for it and I'm excited. I think it's releasing in August or September, something like that. Number 5, what was your biggest disappointment so far? And I'm going with Tender is the Flesh. Like, plot holes everywhere. No. And it's not the shock gore factor. It's not splatterpunk. It's just like extreme horror. Like, I could even say gore porn for that particular book. It wasn't even that. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. You want a dystopian where humans eat other humans and there's like no animals anymore, but then there are animals. But you said in the beginning there's no animals, and that's not even possible. So that's why you had to put in there were animals still running around. Okay, no, I can't do it. That's not how it's gonna go. Thank you. Moving on. Number 6, biggest surprise so far. I'm gonna say The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I just, on a whim, I saw it at the library. I liked the cover, and I gave that book 5 out of 5 stars. It's actually a ghost story, and I love it because usually you're tricked into thinking it's not a ghost, right? Or it's not a demon, and there's some, you know, scientific way that it's explained or whatever, right? No, they are actual ghosts, and I appreciate it. We do love a good ghost story once in a while. Even not during Halloween. I read this in like January, February, but it's still a vibe. Number 7, who's your new favorite author? And I'm going with Heather Fawcett, who wrote Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. And I'm excited, so excited, just, oh my god, excited for the next book in that series coming out next year, early next year, so I can contain my excitement. I'm buzzing, oh my god, but I'm going to be patient. I mean, there's no point in not being patient because I can't make it publish faster because I'm not the publisher, but I'm waiting, and I pre-ordered that, which is amazing. I'm gonna break my ban for, well, actually, I'm gonna break it for the American Royals book, Murder in Williamstown, and Emily Wilde's Otherworldly Map. But yeah, I know for a fact those are going to be great books, so I don't feel like that's a big deal. I'm not breaking my ban for books I'm unsure of, basically. That's why I go to the thrift store, the little library, or the library, basically. Number 8, newest favorite character. And I'm going for Maud. Oh, the cute little Maud from An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good. I love to see it. I love to see a strong, independent 88-year-old who also murders people that are rude and get in her way or try to take advantage of her or other people around her. And not even necessarily people that she cares about. No, she just doesn't like the lack of morality. And okay, I'll give it to you, Maud. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm amused by you and your stories. Can't wait to get the second book sometime around Christmas. Number 9, what's your newest fictional crush? And I don't have fictional crushes. It's not really a thing that I do. I also never really had fictional crushes when I was a teenager or in college, so it's not really, yeah, not for me. Number 10, book that made you cry so far, and that's One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I did a video on that and you all can see it, and I explained why it made me cry a lot. Sobbing, actually. Yeah, I was a hot mess. But it's okay. It's fantastic when books do that. I just live for it. Number 11, books that made you happy. And I'm just gonna go with one book. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. You all know that. Okay. But I do need to mention it. Number 12, most beautiful book you've bought this year or was gifted. And this is gonna be a little weird. Maybe. But I'm going with Human Shaped Fiends by Chandler Morrison. Actually, I can show it because it's right here. This is a gorgeous cover, and you wouldn't think that splatterpunk western and gorgeous cover would make sense, but whoever this book cover artist, I freaking love you. You're amazing. Amazing. Because at the first top is what we have the storyline of the splatterpunk western, and that is up here. And then if you flip it, you see the satirical meta interludes with Chandler Morrison himself. And that's so smart. It's so smart. I love it. Number 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I am actually going to try and succeed. Let's be honest. I'm going to succeed in finishing the Bridgerton books. I actually have them on hold at the library, and that's going to be what I'm focused on for July, because there's only 3 left, and then the epilogues, and they're always connected to the library books, thankfully, or else I would have to read on the screen, and I don't know if that would work. I can't read on screens very well. Even at the lowest brightness setting, I can't do it. That's why I have so many paperbacks. Hello. And I don't have a Kindle either. But I need to just finish that Bridgerton series. I have enjoyed it. I have been very entertained. I'm not going to buy the series. That's a little too much. I'm not like that type of romance reader. I'm barely a romance reader. How many romance books have I read? Actually, I think it's maybe just Bridgerton and some like random standalones that I can't recall. Yeah, I'm obviously not a romance reader. I'm just reading the books because of the Netflix series. Or else I wouldn't have known anything about it. So, you know, I do want to finish it, and then I'm waiting for the show to come back, and it's going to be Colin and Penelope, and that's going to be interesting, because I was like, I liked the book version, but Colin's kind of boring. But you don't, I mean, I think you get some vibes that he's boring in the show, but let's see what it's gonna be about when it's focused on him and Penelope. I don't know. We're excited. I just am not obsessed enough to buy all 8 books. Yeah, 8 books. Okay. These are library reads, of which I enjoy, but that's a lot. That's a lot of money. Even if you get a book set or like a box set, yeah, that's at least gonna be $50, and I'm not that invested. And lastly, number 14 is to tag people, but all the peeps that I know have already done this tag. So if you happen to have not done this tag and you're watching now, do it, because I couldn't find anyone to do it and therefore tag. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video, of course. Ta-ta for now.